Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a system strategist, and in today's video, we're going to talk about Dubsado versus HoneyBook. Which one's best for your business? So both of these platforms have been updated recently, so I wanted to compare them all over again given those changes. At a high level, HoneyBook is built for people who want a faster setup. They still want to use branded forms and have automations. They just want something that's a little simpler and faster to get going. Dubsado is really meant for people who want more advanced automations and want more control over when things go out to their clients and want to personalize things more, and also have complete customization over their branding. Both platforms are going to work well for you. It's just a matter of what's more important to you. So first things first, let's talk about pricing. The Dubsado updated their pricing at the end of 2025. So for any new users, this is the pricing. You have two plans, a starter and a premier, and you have monthly and annual plans. The starter plan is meant for those who need to send out forms and invoices, but automations isn't really high on their list. Premier is for those who need scheduling, workflows, and want to connect to Zapier. HoneyBook has 3 different plans: starters, essential, and premium, and you can see their billing yearly or monthly. So the pricing between both platforms is pretty comparable. With the essentials, you get access to schedulers and automations, and also to QuickBook integrations, and remove the HoneyBook branding. HoneyBook is still only available in the US or Canada. You need to have a bank account based on one of those countries to be able to connect to HoneyBook and receive payment. So if you're international, Dubsado is the winner here because it integrates to Stripe, Square, or PayPal, and any of the countries that those platforms are supported. Now let's talk about integrations. Both platforms allow you to import clients from CSV files, connect your scheduler, video conferencing, QuickBooks, your email. Where HoneyBook is different is that on top of those, it also allows you to connect to Calendly, Acuity, Flowdesk, Monday, Prism, PickTime, Asana, Canva. So these are not direct integrations that Dubsado has available. You'd have to use Zapier to be able to achieve some of these tasks. And on top of that, you can also trigger automations inside of HoneyBook based on meetings being booked in Calendly and Acuity, which is pretty cool. Let's talk about where HoneyBook stands out. When you sign up, you get a guided setup. It's not showing up right now, but it has a list of tasks for you to complete as soon as you sign up, guiding you through the process of integrating your email, bank account, calendar, all those sorts of things. You can even see here at the bottom that there are some tutorials to help guide you as you go through the process. HoneyBook's setup is simpler than Dubsado's, so it is quicker to go from signing up to start using versus Dubsado that has a steeper learning curve. The other feature where HoneyBook wins is its smart files. One, it has a lot of templates available. You can see 143 templates. Dubsado has started adding more templates since they launched Dubsado 3.0, but it's not nearly the variety of industries and designs that you see here in HoneyBook. The other thing is that you can create smart files and combine different things. In Dubsado, you can only do a 3-in-1 proposal. So proposal, contract, invoice in that order. In HoneyBook, you have a lot more flexibility in terms of what you combine. So you can see services is selecting your packages, so similar to proposal in Dubsado. Then it goes to a scheduler, an invoice, a payment, which in Dubsado are kind of combined, and then your questionnaire. So you can see all these different options. So you can create exactly the file that you want for your client process. You're not limited to that order of proposal, contract, invoice, and nothing else. So in that sense, HoneyBook's smart files are a winner over Dubsado's options. In Dubsado, you can still send all of these things out to your clients. It just has to happen across multiple steps, multiple emails. One of the other places HoneyBook wins is its AI tools. It will take notes, send a summary, transcript, action items, all on its own. Yes, there are other tools out there that will do this for you. Google Workspace, depending on the plan that you have, will have this available for you. But this is right here in HoneyBook. It will also draft emails for you. So it's starting to incorporate more and more AI to speed things up and make things easier for its users. The other place where HoneyBook wins is its mobile app. That app allows you to take action, to send things out to clients. It's really easy to use. Whereas Dubsado's app is more of like looking at project statuses, where things are in a workflow, or seeing project notifications. more than actually taking action and sending things out to a client. The other recent feature in HoneyBook are its automations. About a year or so ago, HoneyBook launched its new automations that have conditional logic, and since then they've improved. So now you can actually have manual triggers here at the top. There are more options of triggers, and you can also pause an action or skip an action once an automation has started. So it has made a huge improvement versus before. Where Dubsado wins is the ability to edit things before they go out to a client. So by using to-dos or manual approvals, you can stop things and edit an email or edit a form before it goes out to the client so that you have a lot more control over what goes out. So you can have an email sitting in a workflow that's about to go out to a client, but you can still personalize that and change it based on different things that happen in the project and send that version out to the client. You're not forced to send the template out to the client. So in that sense, while HoneyBook's automations have improved vastly, I love the conditional logic. I love the interface where you build the workflows. Dubsado still has more powerful automations because of the customization that it offers. The other place where Dubsado wins is branding and customization. Both platforms have the ability to add a logo, to add a brand color. That's all there. But Dubsado allows you to customize your client portal much more. You can add a banner for mobile, banner for desktop. You can customize the color of the tabs where things show up and the font color inside of the portal. You can also add a portal logo. You can decide to show it or hide it, the text that shows up in that portal as well. So you have a lot more customization there. And also inside of forms, you can customize those forms much more with CSS so that things show up exactly how you want. You can style buttons, you can style like the things that say like proposal, contract, invoice at the top. These are all things that you can customize inside of Dubsado so that everything is very on brand inside of your forms and it feels like an extension of your website and it matches your branding completely. Finally, another area where Dubsado wins is payment processing. So while HoneyBook doesn't require you to use a payment processor, it also charges higher fees. So this part here, it says card payments 2.9% plus 25 cents per transaction. That's very similar to what Stripe or PayPal or Square charge. But then when you expand, you can see here that there are different fees for different things. So if they use American Express or Discover cards, it's a 3.4% plus a 9-cent transaction fee. And if you keep a card on file for auto pay, it also charges you more. In Dubsado, when you use Stripe as your payment processor to allow auto pay, it is the same fee as you can see here. I think in Stripe's case, you'd have to check what it is for where you are, but where I am at least, it's 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. And then ACH payments, HoneyBook charges 1.5%, Stripe charges 0.8% and caps it at $5. So if payment processing fees are a big deal for you, HoneyBook does charge more depending on different things. So Dubsado, as I mentioned, allows you to connect to Stripe or PayPal. And when you connect to Stripe, you also have the ability to connect to buy now, pay later platforms like Affirm and Klarna. HoneyBook does not have that option. So that's basically my comparison. I will say these platforms are becoming more similar as time goes by. But if you want something that's easier to set up, faster to get off the ground and start using with clients, HoneyBook's probably a better fit. If you want something with more control over automations, more customization when it comes to branding, Dubsado might be a better fit for you. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time.